Well, hello there everyone, it's Liam Carrison here, and we are checking out the first episode of Season 7 of The Vampire Diaries, the penultimate season, and a season that is going to be a little bit different because Nina is not going to be in this season. I expect her to not be in the majority of the next season as well, given the events of the last episode. So, yeah, and it was quite emotional stuff. So, yeah, obviously she is expecting to see the likes of Stefan, Damon, Caroline again. But for those who are human, it's probably going to be the last time she'll see the likes of Matt, Jeremy, Bonnie definitely, because of the condition that, you know, once Bonnie dies, Elena will wake up again. So, yeah, but yeah, it's going to be quite different. So I don't know how this season is going to fare because obviously Nina's presence has been a pillar in this show, I would say, given the fact that we started the journey off with her. And it seemed like she was definitely central, obviously, with the two brothers. So yeah, and now there is that absence. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do proceed with this season without her. So yeah, it's going to feel weird. It's going to be absolutely weird, but I'm sure things will be okay. So fingers crossed. With that said, let's get into the first episode of season 7 of the Vampire Diaries. Let's go. 3 years! Wait, who's in the 3 years?! What?!
So, Damon's watching out for Alaric, Bonnie's watching out for Damon.
Of course.
And I don't know exactly who's watching out for Bonnie.
Bonnie's looking out for Bonnie. I don't know.
Next week when he graduates. How's Damon?
Well, if the last time he sat around waiting decades for a girl taught us anything, then I am worried.
Well, if you're worried.
Who, funnily enough, had Elena's face. Or Elena had Catherine's face, if you want to be technical about it, because, well, obviously Catherine came first, so.
New rule. You live your life, you heal, and in the meantime, we're friends.
I like that rule.
Good. Don't get too close.
Happy writing.
Thank you.
Happy writing.
Get in here. Nor do I want to. This is not the world I imagined.
Oh! Holy shit!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What insane? We can't just leave her here. She's not moving.
I'll be fine.
It's a freaking kite right now. Do you want me to go to jail? Let's go.
Shh. The fact that he's willing to bail just because he's worried about being caught whilst being high, as opposed to probable murder. Not that she's dead. Oh, of course it's gone to Amsterdam.
I can't feel my cheeks.
How much have you drank?
No idea. Can you read? What? I'm glad you're here, buddy.
I've been missing this ever since Alaric has been back. Damon and Alaric content.
I'm headed to New York this afternoon. Valerie, you're a mess. What happened?
Some horrible teenagers plowed me down in their automobile.
To be fair, you didn't look both ways. This is on you.
Automobile okay?
Ah!
A little more.
The rest of the world, right? We have each other.
Yeah, positive thinking.
You resisted your urge to fight back. That means you're learning.
Positivity. Just
I'm proud of you, Valerie.
Just let's have positivity. At least she's trying to keep the peace.
Ran over this morning. Turns out that was actually our friend, Valerie.
Oh no. Damn, the way that she just popped his head on the windshield. She's got a lot of sass. Oh boy.
What the hell happened?
Oh my god.
It's not bourbon. It's tea.
Oh.
That ring is a fake, you dick. I lost the real one.
So he
First
played him.
psychic I saw.
Oh.
Maybe your wife's better off dead.
Oh, that was not.
I thought was lost when our ship from England was torched was discovered by divers. It's been on display at the city's maritime museum.
Wait,
but
wasn't
it's
that the thing that
recently
Rick had?
disappeared again.
Why do you want it?
If anyone discovered you were looking for it, you might be in danger.
No more reason I should know why I'm looking for it.
It's a family matter, Lorenzo.
So he's not family. Got
So I
it.
was your.
Until the day I saved his life.
That boy is not your errand boy. Find your own damn rock.
I think he was just hurt with your like, oh, you know, we're
There's
not as
5
close
heretics.
as you
2 guys, 3
as you
girls, and
want
mom
to
is at home.
believe. Yeah.
Enzo?
He's
Shtick.
not there either.
Now's the time to speak up.
Is there any version of this plan where you're not worried about me?
Probably not.
Nah. They're getting closer and closer. Friends, my ass.
He's allergic to nature.
Me too.
I'm just gonna put this right over here. Then I am so sorry.
Does anyone else smell that?
2, 1, Barry, get out! Yes! Woo! How's that for a barbecue? I just love that though, from Matt though. We're really late for that barbecue and they've just barbecued. Well, I'm assuming the heretics are still going to be alive. You know, witch business and all of that shit, but he did give them a barbecue.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was that moment where, oh shit, what if I let it happen?
I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life thinking that you resent me.
How else am I supposed to feel, Bonnie? You're here, she's
No,
not. Every
but
time I look at
Bateman!
you, all I see is not Elena.
I'm so sorry this
Damon
happened.
now!
But I lost Elena too, Damon. And you're one of the few reminders of her I have to hold on to so you can resent me.
Or love me.
But you're stuck with me.
Go inside.
I'm sorry. You did what?
She's
gone,
She seems
Lily.
baffled.
And you have until tonight to get out
Really,
of Mystic
bud?
Falls or we come after you next.
Centuries-old heretics. World-weary survivalists.
They're not gonna
wise beyond
die.
their lifetime of
It's the 21st century. We can hold hands now.
Oh my
There's a lot of
God.
acceptance.
Is this your first
Oh,
date in public?
God.
That's adorable.
We should double
Val!
Deputy Don Norris.
Hey, I think we have a problem.
Confuso, Fatina, Ignus, et
Yeah,
Ignus.
your problem is like 6 feet behind you. They're starting out small. Oh! Okay, there we go. I spoke too soon. Valerie took it too far. Someone's getting well, you're all getting grounded. Jesus. I spoke too soon about them going soft.
The bloodshed ends now.
They're gonna try and take out Lily, aren't they? When, like, this whole peace idea is not going to fly with them.
Left it in the tunnels under the town. Out of control fires, lethal carbon monoxide levels, the works.
Wait, what?
My mother's heretic family's back. Their magic keeps them protected. They're faster and stronger than any of us, and they're willing to tear our town apart.
I mean, they're going to evacuate everyone to ensure safety. It kind of feels like a bit of a reversal of where we started last season of the Vampire Diaries, because of course we had the Travelers barrier that forced anyone who was wielding magical means and all of that in their system, it barred them from entering Mystic Falls. And now it's a bit of a role reversal where obviously there's no barrier preventing humans from coming inside, but there is that compulsion. I guess that's kind of a barrier, I guess. But it's the humans that are not allowed entry on to Mystic Falls this time. So it's a little bit of a reversal, isn't it?
We all gave up a lot to get Lily to agree.
Oh,
but I think Stefan sacrificed the most.
Nah! What? Yeah, Damon ain't gonna like...
Pick a room.
Damon ain't gonna like this shit.
One day you're helping Lily, the next you're here being nice. Just pick a side, Enzo. Us or them.
God. You can't be in the middle.
It's because she doesn't trust you. And honestly, neither do I.
Yeah, I think trust is going to be a very hard thing for Enzo to acquire from anyone.
Anything I should know about?
Nah. Can wait till you get back.
Uh-oh!
Want to tell me who the hell's living in our house?
Who's been sleeping in my bed?
Who convinced you to save a town full of people you don't give a crap about? Because it's not your idea. And Matt can't think his way out of a paper bag, so it must be Caroline's.
Do me a favor. Box that bottle
Poor
up on
Matt!
1903, but then you betrayed Kai, he let them out, and I got to bury all my buddies from the sheriff's
Oh!
So this is my fault?
Oh, I was gonna say, you're already putting that on Bon.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I'm not siding with Matt or anything, because, I mean, Kai's actions are his own. So, yeah. But what would have happened if Bonnie didn't get soaked into that revenge, I would say, against Kai? Because that's it, though. Kai was going through his thing with Luke being a part of him now, and Bonnie literally stabbed him in the back. So I do wonder what would have happened if Bonnie had to swallow that severe bitter pill and leave well enough alone. Not that I blame her, because Kai caused her unimaginable torment, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, you imagine, what if this happened, what if that happened, etc., etc. There is Damon being Batman. Just sad, because it's just, you gotta think Elena was there with him last time he stood on top of that, clock tower.
I thought how amazing it would feel to have Elena in my arms again. By second number 2, I kissed her. And by the third, I remembered, you're my best friend. And that if anything ever happened to you, I would lose my mind. So yes, Bonnie, I do know how long 3 seconds are.
Just checking.
And I will wait for her.
It's gonna suck for Damon, but yeah. Shit, Vaughn. Where's Damon? There he is. Oh! See, that's nice teamwork.
Control freak giving up control. I'm delicate.
Well, what would Sheriff Forbes do?
Kick their asses.
She
the heretics wouldn't stand
protect human
a
life at any
chance.
And yeah, you're right. I just need to.
Through so much darkness, folks, Stefan prevails.
Bringing her back to life. It's a morgue. It's called gallows humor.
Okay.
Now.
No, he's serious. He's serious. He is gonna bring her back.
Malcolm?
Oh, this is really gonna send Lily off the deep end, though.
No.
Killing her son.
Oh, sweetheart.
Here I am.
Well, good for you. I need to call someone.
I reckon it goes without saying.
Trust. Remember?
I chose Lily.
Fuck you. Come on, Enzo. Who's this?
I guess you have to. She's not gonna stop until you're dead.
Who?
Come on.
I want to know who this is. Because it seems clear it's not going to be Lily and Co. Unless, you know, Lily or one of her heretics decides to, you know, hone some new skills rather than just witch and vampire, you know, yeah. They suddenly turn into Buffy. So, maybe it's Buffy. Maybe that's who's taking care of the. Ooh. She's heard shit about this town being it's all part of the reboot or revival or whatever it is going to be for Buffy. It's all part of that. So yeah. But yeah, some very interesting thing. I don't blame Damon and Bonnie because yeah, they had a trust, they had a pact. But these assholes are not going to, like, honor that pact, I imagine. So, yeah. And it is so funny, though, because for quite a few people who... Because they're definitely going to retaliate against what happened to Malcolm, was his name? Yeah, they're definitely going to retaliate. What's going to be interesting is with Bonnie, she blamed herself with what happened to the residents of Mystic Falls having to move out because of her, you know, abandoning Kai and all of that, and then misleading the heretics to invading Mystic Falls. And there are going to be people who are going to be, well, this retaliation is all on you two because you broke the truce. So, but... I mean, they were really unhinged from the very get-go. Because Val wasn't like, self-awareness was at 0 for Val. And, of course, she put the blame on those two people. So, I mean, granted, the guy shouldn't have been high in the first place whilst driving. So, you know, he's not exactly exempt from blame. But... at the same time, Val, even if she's a vampire and she can shrug it off, like I said, she's just lacking that self-awareness. But interesting stuff. So that was the first episode done of, I guess, this new era with an Elena-less world, really. So, yeah. I did notice a second coffin there. So I am wondering if that was Elena. Damon did say that you weren't supposed to wake me until Elena was, you know, up as well. So yeah, so it does seem like my comments were right, because I did speculate. I wonder if he's, you know, trying to take a nap and you know, take the quick way to get to Elena and all of that. Whatever happened, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a nap and I'm just gonna wake up when Elena does. So yeah. Now, I know there's going to be some people that are going to be mentioning, but Liam, I mean, the coffin was protected. Why would it be moved and all of that? 3 years is a long time. So, and we don't know how long these heretics are going to survive and all of that. Now, granted, I imagine that the season will be split into 2, where we'll be dealing with the time skip, the 3-year time skip, in the second part of things, because we're touching on about this mysterious Buffy wannabe, surely in the second part of the season. But yeah, I mean, the heretics are going to be powerful. They establish this thing, it's going to be well protected and all of that, so, yeah. And that's great and all in terms of, okay, well, we don't need to worry about any kind of jeopardy. I mean, we're just going to have her, rest and all of that, and that kind of gives us an idea of writing out Elena for the time being. But that doesn't they can still find ways to put her in danger if that makes sense. So yeah, and I think these heretics can do especially with how powerful they are. So yeah, but they could still put Elena in a bit of jeopardy, but also still kind of put in some protection and all of that. Especially with the fact that the heretics have moved into the Salvatore home and all of that. So yeah, but like I said, I feel like with that second coffin, it can be it can easily be Elena and all of that, maybe. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I really I do find it very intriguing in terms of going into the idea that, okay, we will be dealing with the 3-year time skip potentially at some point this season. So yeah, but yeah, I wonder who that person is. So yeah, I'll have to go back just to see if there's any kind of outlines and all of that, because like in terms of distinguishable features and all of that, because one of my thoughts was Joe, potentially. Just on the idea that Alaric does have a plan to bring Joe back to life. So, yeah. And it's going to be very interesting because he's got that stone, which is going to be very, very key in terms of, bringing Joe back to life. Now the sad thing is, I don't think it would bring, the babies that she was carrying back. I don't know. It's all like, this is if he does succeed in his plan, that is. But it's still a very, very insane idea. So yeah, I did love how we played thingy like Bonnie and Damon like a damn fiddle as well. When it came to the fact that, well, he was drunk and all of that, but he sorry, yeah, you pretend to be drunk and all of that. So yeah, so yeah, all in an idea to do something suspicious and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, with Alaric, I don't know how Damon didn't notice and all of that. Come on, in regards to the the lack of alcohol, should I say? But yeah, when it comes to Alaric and all of that, yeah, I do feel like there is a huge plan in motion to bring her back and all of that. So yeah, resurrections have been done on this show before. I mean, granted, by more supernatural beings and all of that. You think about the other side, but yeah, this is someone. I mean, she's a witch, to be fair. So there is so there is a possibility that I mean, yeah, the other side is completely kaput and all of that, but just thinking back to the originals and all of that. Yeah, see, if he made a trip to New Orleans, maybe, but then again, that's a whole can of worms. But no, I mean, that's it though. He could have gone to New Orleans because, I mean, I know that they are trying to bring back certain people. So, hey, can you help me out here? I know, I'm not really a fan of you, Klaus, and all of that. Like, you puppeteered my body, so I'm still not over that. I know it's been years, but yeah, you didn't apologize for it, dickhead. But yeah, so I do wonder, like, that's it though. It kind of feels a bit weird. Like, like there is the option there to pop over to New Orleans, but it kind of does feel at times like they do treat the originals in a separate universe. At the same time, I kind of do appreciate it. There's no kind of conflict, like massive conflicting thing going on. And I say that because we've got the 3-year gap as well. So there'll be, unless the originals do have a time skip themselves, they will be out of sync this season. So, or at least when that 3-year time skip does hit for the Vampire Diaries. So yeah, but like I said, I imagine it will be this season and not next season or whatever. So because it's kind of weird to tease about 3 years from now. But yeah, Alaric just pop over New Orleans. So yeah, if you're going to plan to bring Joe back. So it's a very interesting. It's very interesting to go into that side of things for Alaric. But yeah. The Heretics, yeah, we got to see them in, I guess, flesh and blood, really. So, yeah. Because they've been very anonymous prior to this episode. Yeah, here we are. We got to see them, and it was very, very interesting to see how things came about, especially in regards to what would inevitably be the truce and all of that. So, yeah. But, I mean, I'd say the women side of the Heretics were very, very interesting in particular because you got to focus on Val, and then you got those two who had a relationship that they can fully showcase now, because obviously the times are going to be a bit different at the dawn of the 20th century. So compared to mid 2010s, where there's a bit more acceptance. Of course, there's going to be a bit more. There is still going to be a bit of hesitancy, but there is a lot more focus. So there's a lot more acceptance, should I say? But yeah, the focus on the Heretics was very interesting. So yeah, especially when it came to the truce being underway, I guess. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, we saw that, like, we kind of had a feeling that they would run rampant as well by the ending of season 6, when we had a bit of a time skip there where we saw Damon beat Batman and Matt patrolling and all of that. So, yeah, we kind of had a feeling that they would have a bit of an influence, and boy, was well, I guess a bunch of people would have assumed the same thing as me, but yeah. It was just very interesting because you had, you had those Heretics and Valerie. I mean, she's part of that, but Valerie didn't just kill those two on that hit her on her own. So yeah, and again, I mean, I kind of do blame Valerie for lacking that self-awareness and all of that. But again, that guy shouldn't have been high in the first place. So, yeah. But, I mean, the idea of Lily... I thought they were going to turn on her at some point, but it seems like, especially with what happened to Malcolm, yeah, that's definitely no longer going to be the case, because it does seem like the I guess protagonists and all of that have kind of crossed the line, or at least Bonnie and Damon have. But of course, Lily and co are going to retaliate. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, those Heretics killed those two, and it was a powder keg, wasn't it, for the protagonists, and they had to place that bomb. So not that they were gonna die or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, they were gonna retaliate. So it does seem like their nerves were touched quite a bit from anything that like even if it was a minor inconvenience and all of that. Otherwise they were just trying to I guess assimilate to present day terms and all of that. they do want a feat, but they have to they have to be on the receiving end of the protagonists, I guess, in terms of keeping the peace. Now the ball's in their court, if that makes sense, because now we have all of the humans that have had to move out, and anyone who comes in, it's fair game. So yeah, but it does seem like they tried, if anything, and they were getting a bit agitated as well. When it came to having to subscribe to this idea of peace. But they just had that bitter pill to swallow at the end of the day. And then when something happened like the bombing, like the car incident, that's when they took that personally. So it was very interesting to see how they approached that. And then, of course, shit hit the fan and they took things to... Like, they did take things to extreme, don't get me wrong, because that's it, though. That whole fiasco at the graduation thing was just an absolute nightmare. And again, poor Matt, but... though I don't think those two deserved what happened. The people that were responsible for what happened to Val, they didn't deserve that necessarily. So they took things to extremes, definitely, in my eyes. So yeah. But it should be very, very interesting to see where things are going to go. I mean, Lily's now got Enzo, who, you know, he's chosen her side. Shock horror. So yeah, but it will be very interesting to follow their path and all of that. So yeah, but I did love the shenanigans at Amsterdam. I've touched upon the fact that Alaric, you know, playing them like a damn fiddle was great and all. But of course, I do want to talk about Damon and Bonnie, because obviously that's going to be a big focus with Elena. And as I've mentioned before, Elena can't wake up until Bonnie's dead. So, yeah. Now... It was very interesting to have that moment where Damon had those 3 seconds. And I did love how things came around when Damon told Bonnie later on about how... Well, it's a very fast thought process, isn't it? How he, you know, thought about Elena waking up and all of that, and then he kissed her, but then he realized that Bonnie is his best friend, and you know, he'll do anything and everything for Bon Bon. So, yeah, to make sure that she is alive, to make sure that, you know, she's in his life, really. So, yeah. And it was just really, really, you know, great stuff to have that resolution towards the end, because, I mean, of course... it's gonna sting for Damon to not have Elena there, to have those moments where he thinks about kissing her again and whatnot. But it's just gonna be one of the, it would just come at the cost of losing Bonnie, and it's great that he accepts that she is his best friend. So, yeah, that speech about those 3 seconds was just beautiful. And it's just really, really interesting to, because that's it. Damon, he could essentially live forever. Bonnie can't. But I think for Damon, he does come to that. Like in the moment right now, it's kind of like, I know it's I guess a bit minor and all of that. But it's kind of like if you've got like, for me, for example, I'm excited to go to Italy. I'm excited for the Italian Grand Prix, even though that I feel like Ferrari's performance is going to be shit this year. So I might have booked the wrong year. Should have booked last year. Then I would not be coming home for another week, because I would be in celebratory bliss and all of that. But anyways, besides the point, I'm excited for that moment. But that's a few months away as of recording, and you just want to get to that moment right now. The wait for you to go on to something you're looking forward to, it can be very, like, it could just be like very, very long, can't it, in terms of waiting for that moment. And that is kind of the same thing when it comes to Damon waiting for Elena. He knows that moment will come when Elena will wake up, but he's got to. It's going to take a long time. But at this moment, he is just living for the moments that he has Bonnie in his life, really. He's waiting for that day for Elena, sure. And he will be very, very excited. But it's not like he could take any shortcuts and all of that, because that would be that would be not just a disservice to Bonnie and his friendship with her, if, like, he did allow her to get hit by that bus. But it would be a disservice to Elena as well. So, and he knows that Bonnie deserves a full life, and she's not going to live forever. So, it's about making those moments count with Bonnie. So yeah. So it was just very, very great to have that moment with Bonnie, and because there's definitely going to be conflict, when it comes to Elena. So yeah. And then if there's Caroline and Stefan, I'm glad they're not drawing shit out when it comes to Steroline. Like, Bonnie needed, Caroline needed, space. She needed that, like, distance and all of that, some clarity. So they're not gonna do this whole, this pointless will they, we know they will, but it's the way they would, orchestrate this idea of dancing on, oh, are they going to get together again? Oh, maybe not. Oh, are they going to get... Oh, maybe not. We kind of had a bit of that last season. So, yeah. And again, it does seem inevitable. It's just that with everything that's happened to Caroline, especially in the latter part of season 6, needs to be some clarity. And it's been a few months. No, has it been a few months? I'm not entirely 100% sure, but in terms of what happened in the ending of the last episode, or what happened in the last episode, should I say, because the ending of the last episode was in this episode. But yeah, the distance between the last episode and this episode, I'm imagining it's been, some time for Caroline to think about. So yeah, but even then, I mean, it's the idea that everything bad that is happening, there is one light that is persisting in that darkness, and that is Stefan. And yeah, she's just spent so much of last season in that bleakness because of her mom's cancer. Her mom's tumor, should I say? Yeah, because of what happened in regards to her mom dying, and then switching off the humanity switch, and then there will be moments of feeling guilt and all of that, and there's a lot to process. So she's already been in quite the bleak with last season, and now with Elena being absent, and now with the heretics and everything, it's just great to have that light, knowing that Stefan is there. Because yeah, so yeah, but I mean, they were just teasing it so much. So like with this episode alone, about them to get it. So it's great that they're not drawing it out, and then we're just gonna cut right to the chase. Because even like at the ending of season 6, I feel like it was inevitable that them two would be in each other's arms again. Sure. And again, it's just that whole situation of, look, let's not waste any time about this, because yeah, and it makes sense just because Stefan is really the light in this whole situation, in this dark, misty atmosphere that we are in right now, with especially with the heretics having a hold on Mystic Falls. So yeah, but yeah, it was just very, very it's a very interesting first episode, especially with that flash forward. I'm excited to see what that flash forward's going to entail, and who is chasing after Stefan. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where this heretic story is going to go. So yeah, but great starting point, I would say, for season 7. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!